daddies, metal daddies, metal daddies, metal daddies. Metal daddies.
Welcome back to Death Metal Daddies. My name is Jeff,
Howdy, howdy. Silas.
and you're back with another week with us here at Death Metal Daddies. And it's a busy
Oh,
time of the year.
yo. Yes, it is.
It's
Very busy time. Very fun time.
yeah, what was it? Yesterday was the last day of the rut.
Yeah, so to speak. I think it varies by region depending on where you're at. But yeah, man, that hunting season's been thrilling for me, but I've heard that a lot of people are just having a shitty time, not seeing a lot.
Yes, I have had a very, very rough deer season altogether. But we'll
You
start with
know,
you.
that's
How's it been?
okay. For me, I mean, I guess technically this is my best season I've ever had. I got the biggest buck that I've ever had to date, so that was very cool. And on opening morning at 8:30, I mean, you know, you couldn't really ask for a better start, quite honest. But um, with that being said, me and my buddy went in that day. We spooked the shit out of deer. I didn't think we were going to come out with anything. It was getting to be 8 o'clock. I was already, the hunting failures were already starting to set into my mind. And I was like, I'm not coming out of here with anything today. And then boom, 8:30, and 30 minutes later, and it totally flip-flops. So that is hunting in a nutshell, dude. That is absolutely hunting in a nutshell. And it just goes to show me, how much luck really plays into it. Like you really have to just kind of be there at the right time, to
hmm
get the takeaway. And the deer never tell you where they're going to go or show you what they're going to decide to do. Like I'm just sitting there and I hear, the footsteps, and I was like, oh shit, that's deer. That's a deer footstep for sure. And I look and it's just this like spike, kind of longer spike, but he was just kind of trotting, but then he like looked behind him. And so like, I first like had my sights on, I was like, I'm not gonna shoot a spike, but I just, getting ready. And but he looks behind him and then he kind of trots forward some more and keeps looking back. I'm like, dude, he's looking like something's chasing him or something. And sure enough, dude, I just set of antlers and just a thick body buck. I was like, oh my God, that's a big buck. And he's just, he's like kind of slowly like antlers towards him. And then he just trots at him like he's just running him down. I was like, oh shit, man, he's total. It was like just a show of force, really. And I mean, this just all happened in seconds. And he comes in running at him. And I was like, fuck. And so I immediately adjust and put my sights on him, but he's through some brush. He's on like a hillside. I'm in my stand in this bottom field, and we're maybe, I don't know, it was rough estimate 40 to 60 yards ish. And but I put my sight right on his body, but I also we have a lot of brush in between, a lot of trees and shit. But I'm shooting with a 30-30, so it's a brush gun is what everyone always tells me. Oh, that's a brush gun. So I mean, I guess you could just shoot through brush, and you're fine. But anyways, so I'm pretty confident that, I can hit him here. And so I put my sight on him, take my first shot, but he doesn't go down and he just moves. But it was so crazy because he was just facing away from me whenever I shot and he was pretty broadside. But what he does is he just turns directly towards me and starts running after the shot. And so I'm like, fuck. And so I just had to reload real quick. And then he like breaks through this wood line and he's about to cross right below me. And I mean, what I'm about to tell you happens in 2 seconds. And so I reload, and as he's breaking through the wood line, and like I tried to murp him, and it was just so aggressively loud. Like he just was not stopping. He was just running, running, dude. And running, I just beat on him. And as soon as he gets like right to the wood line, dude, and I just shot, I took like the last second shot that I had, and he just carries on through the woods. And I was like, I was so shaking. I was shaking because I was cold. I'd sat out all morning, like we got on that parking access at like 4 a.m. because I wanted to be like one of the first ones there. And we were luck, again, because there was other trucks and hunters already out, dude, parked and probably in stand. I couldn't believe it. Like we went in, I was like, we're probably going to be the first ones in Saline. No, I was totally wrong. There's like 10 other trucks by that point already. It's like, holy shit, man. So I'm glad we got out when we did because thankfully no one was at this parking access and it would have probably deterred me away from that spot. So, anyways, but yeah, so we'd sat till like 4 a.m., dude, and like so I was exhausted by that point already. This is 8:30, just hours later, but I don't know, there's just like a draining that just goes on with every hour you're out there, especially getting out that early. That's definitely one of the earliest times I've ever gotten there. But I mean, we spooked so many deer, I was just so doubtful. But then, yeah, boom, it happens. Okay, yeah, sorry, I kind of veered off track. Um, but anyway, so I'm like shaking, I'm cold, shaking from just, the encounter with this buck. And then my buddy, he just comes walking down the logging road like seconds after the second shot. Was that you? Shouting. I was like, shh. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it was me. But I was like, I don't know if I got him. I have no clue. I was like, I'm not confident at shooting on the run. I mean, it was really close, so maybe, but so anyways, I was like, just come on, we gotta see if I can find a blood or something. And I get down, still shaking, and we're like scouring the ground below, and I don't see anything nearby or where I last thought that where I took my shot. And so it's kind of worries, but then we just start searching like more into the woods, and boom, I just find like a good blood spot, and it has air bubbles in it. I'm like, oh yes, dude, like I hit along, and sure enough, like it's just kind of textbook blood trail, good spottage. And yeah, he was like 40 more yards, man. And then boom, we're crawling through the brush and shit, and just this brown body appears and go up to it, man. And it was just unbelievable. I was like, holy shit. I really have never encountered a deer that big in the wild before. And so it was just an awesome moment for me. Tons of first big one, first public land deer that I've ever taken. So that was really cool too. Um, yeah, just kind of stars aligned sort of deal, like it just doesn't happen a lot. And I mean, I've put in, I don't know, fuck, probably 20 to 30 sits this year and just haven't had anything like that happen. So it was just very special, man. Just so nuts, so crazy. I was shaking, so jittery, happy, and yeah, tons of feels, man. But I had to get to fucking work because it started to warm up quick. And that was the day that it got like 79 out. It was like,
Hmm.
oh shit. Terrible for hunting, terrible weather for hunting. And so I was a mile in at that point. So we go ahead and gut the deer. Um, and I, kind of showed my buddy gut rundown, and it was his first time hunting. So um, he got to kind of see all that and everything. And I always kind of am a disaster, just kind of butcher the hell out of it. I mean, I tried to do it my best, but something never really, or it doesn't always go as planned, as smoothly as I hope it does. But anyway, so we gutted it as quickly as possible. And he stayed back with the buck because I had to go from there to the truck now to get my deer cart. I bought this deer cart thinking it's going to make my drag outs million times better. Get the cart, get all the way back. By the time I get back to the buck, I'm already dripping sweat because it's warm enough. And then pushing that cart's kind of like just a really light lawnmower, and it's not really great on the back. And so I was like, God, this is gonna be fun with the buck. And dude, yeah, we loaded him on, and I mean, it was a fucking challenge, man. Like it is still really similar to dragging with a rope. I mean, it's just slightly better, and I mean just slightly. It does help. Like I would prefer to use the cart over dragging with a rope, but I mean, shit, you still talk about a pain in the ass. Like, and maybe there's some models that would be better than mine, but the like tall grasses that I had to roll this thing through just got bound up and snagged in the wheel, man, just really slowing down the cart itself. And then the bastard was just so heavy, man. It was just a wreck on my back because you're like, I don't know, the position's just awkward. You have to push down, or I tried three different methods. I pushed forward like you would a lawnmower, which you could get speed that way, but it was very just exhausting really quick. And then so I tried dragging behind the back, which is kind of like my hands lowered, holding the cart. And then I also tried pulling it like and just walking backwards, which pulling it, walking backwards, you can speed, but it was very exhausting really quickly. And so I found the easiest was just kind of hang the hands below my ass and then just kind of hold the cart and pull, and just simply just drag it. And so that worked out the best. But I mean, dude, it was a trek. Just dripping sweat. And by the time we got it in the truck, it was like 10:50. So from the shot taken at 8:30 to 10:50 just to get him into my truck bed. I mean, long ass morning, dude. Very exhausting, but yeah, man, very special day, very cool day. But yeah, I have heard total opposite from everyone else, and that's just it, man. A man's best day in the woods can be another man's worst, and that's everywhere. That's happening everywhere, hunting. So it's interesting, but it's you got to be there to experience it. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I've been having that kind of a season. It's 'cause I think it was last week, so right before rifle season started when it was bow, I was like, you know what? I still have these bow tags. I still want to get a deer before rifle season. So it was when it was like that super cold Monday or Tuesday. I went out there and I was out there freezing my ass off. I was out there for about 4 or 5 hours and didn't see shit. I just kept telling myself, I have to suffer. If I suffer more, it's gonna feel that much better when I get it. But sure enough, I found nothing.
Yeah.
So I did that Monday and Tuesday, super frustrated. Um, then opening day, I went out and didn't see anything at all for like about another 4 hours. And it's like I'm
Damn.
giving up at this point because It's the frustration of about 3 weeks now of not seeing anything, just frustration
Tough.
setting in. And so I was talking to Danny because it seems like every morning I go back to the house and my father-in-law's like, "Oh, I saw a big buck on the south side of the farm," because I always go hunt on the west part. This is where
Oh
it's all
yeah.
this like dense forest. It's like, yeah, but he's not coming to where I'm at, so it doesn't matter. And Dane's like, why don't we just load up the kids? We'll just go south side, see if we can see anything. And sure enough, we're like on the way back, and we see this I thought it was like a dead tree, just like because there's already a bunch of dead trees, like they're flopped over, the roots are kind of picking up the ground. I thought, it's just one of those. She goes, no, I think it's a deer. And sure enough, we got a little closer. It was a deer. It's like, oh, it is a
Oh
big old
shit.
buck. And she's like, but it's on the
Damn.
neighbor's property. And as soon as she says that, he jumps over the fence and gets onto our property. And
Oh
so it's like,
wow.
oh, so we chase it a little bit with the Bronco. And I stop at the tree line, get out, and I run up to a little bit more. And there's this giant field, and I see it, but it's already like, I'd say about an acre or two away because it's like very far away. I've just got done running. It's like, maybe I can hit it. I take a shot. It's like, oh, I know I missed. There's no way. It was the crosshairs were just it's like, hopefully when I pull this trigger, it's lined up on it, but missed it. It's like, fuck.
Damn.
Well,
You were just running and gunning.
yeah. So the next day I decided to hunt on no, was it? No. So yeah, Sunday I don't think I hunted on Sunday. Then Tuesday is when Tuesday and Wednesday I took off work. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go over there and hunt. Sure enough, Tuesday at about 7:15, so the sun had only risen like 20 minutes ago. I see this
Yeah.
buck and it's walking. Get all excited.
Shit.
It's about 40 yards away, so good
Oh man.
distance. Yeah, and I'm lined up. I'm waiting on it, and it's like perfect side picture. Like it's the sideways. I can aim right at the lungs. I shoot it. It jumps up, and it like acts like it's about to run, and then it like even like stutters a little bit, like it's dazed, and then it takes off. It's like, oh, I got it. I'm so excited, and I think this is probably the issue. I'm so excited that I start running towards
Oh,
where I shot it.
oh,
And so
oh,
I was like, all right, I don't see any blood. And then I see there's this woods and there's like this open clearing where there's all these leaves, and I hear all this brushing, and it's like, oh, it's not going that way. And so yeah, I went in there. I didn't see anything, but I heard a bunch of stuff going off. And then about I'd say like 70 yards that way is another fence property. I never saw it, but I'm assuming it went over there and probably died somewhere. But I have no idea where. So now
oh,
this
fuck.
buck is, yeah.
Did you have a blood trail or anything?
No, I
Oh
think it was
shit.
probably because I went up too quick on it. It probably didn't have time to do anything.
It was probably out of there. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's tough. Yeah, it's hard, but yeah, you gotta wait that shit out. Like I didn't even want to go look for mine, but once I seen the blood, I was like, oh yeah, gotta be down.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I know the temptation's so hard. I mean, that was very similar to my doe experience, but yeah, it is. I mean, it is what it is. At least they're out there. I mean,
One less,
and
just like the bow one I got with.
yeah. I mean, you never know. Yeah, hopefully not. But did you ask that property for permission to look?
No, because that's the thing is like because one of those things I'm assuming it went over there to die because I looked for good 2 hours on in that area because it's a big open area, some woods, another open area, woods here, woods here, woods here. It's just like scattered like open area, almost like little islands of like forest areas, and then this fence with this super high grass, and then woods on another 70 yards into that property. So it's one of those things that, and it's also, I'm in an area where everyone's hunting and everyone's been shooting
Right.
guns pretty much the entire
Okay.
time. So it's one of those things to be like, how do I know you didn't shoot it on my property kind of thing.
Yeah,
So I'm just one of those things
exactly.
like, I'm not going to deal with it.
Well, and you know what? If I think the biggest part of that is if you don't have the evidence to go there to be like, hey, I have this ginormous amount of blood that's going right in this direction, and I think he died just right there. I think the
Hmm.
mounting evidence, if you have the evidence, then there's the need to ask the permission because really I don't feel like I'd have a problem asking the permission, but it's like I got to have the justified reason to, you know what I mean? If I don't
Yeah.
have a blood trail, that right there is gonna, I'm more than likely gonna search the property that I'm on, and then that's it. But if I can't find blood, you gotta find the blood. I mean,
Yeah. And it probably doesn't help that I did go up along the fence and use my rifle to like as a binoculars to see if I could see anything. So if they saw that, they'd probably be like, no, fuck that guy. Because they probably one of those things like, how do I know if he's not shooting deer on my property and then just coming over?
yeah, yeah, it's tough.
But I'm gonna try to go again. Um, I'm debating on taking Wednesday off, and Danny's already said she's okay with me hunting Thanksgiving morning before we go to Thanksgiving. So
Nice.
hopefully I can,
It's
because I
awesome.
tried again Wednesday. Was out on that field about 3 hours, didn't see anything, got frustrated, so I went back to my old spot, and I didn't see anything for about an hour. But then all of a sudden, because I went to the back part, there was a deer that spooked something spooked it and it started running towards me. And then but I couldn't see it. All I could do was hear it, and then it darted to the right, and that's when I saw it for like a split second above some shrubbery. So I know there are some over there now. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's like their post-rut lounge area. Like, oh, that was some good deer sex we were having. Let's hang out in this area.
Uh, yeah, man. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, can't fuck. I don't know. Kind of lost what I was gonna say. Yeah, I tried a couple different spots. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I took off Monday through Wednesday because I wanted to use the time to fill the freezer, and so I was like, I'm gonna hunt my ass off those days, and I got my buck Saturday, and so I did a lot of processing that day. That most of Sunday I was processing. I got 48 pounds of meat off that buck just processing it
Damn.
myself. I know, man. It was fucking feels awesome. But so I busted my ass processing. I processed the buck head already. I've almost got it ready to for bring inside, but not quite. There's still just a little bit of meat on it. I've done a boil on it, but I do this thing where I bury it in soil just to kind of, I feel like, the bugs that might be in the soil still might come up and like eat some of the meat off, do some of the work for me. I don't really know. I've done that
Hmm.
with a couple of my heads the past 2 years and I feel like it works, but maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. But anyway, so I got it buried right now with like a cooler over the antlers to kind of protect them from the elements. But so anyways, I don't know. I'll pull that up sometime, but um where was I going with that?
Oh, how you got 48 pounds of the deer?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyways, that's what I was getting to. I took off Monday through Wednesday, but so spent so much time working on that buck. I really wanted to, I still want does, because I want to get the meat. So I spent Monday through Wednesday. Monday, I kind of slept in way too late. I didn't get out until like 7-ish. It was way after daylight and kind of walked in. I tried to ninja walk in, as quiet as I could. I didn't spook anything, but I mean, it was a dud day. Like I just didn't see shit. And
Hmm.
the every day after Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't even think I went out for Monday evening. I went out Tuesday morning, or no, I'm sorry. I took Lux out Monday. Yes, that's right. I took Lux out hunting Monday. We went in afternoon and left on the evening. That's right. And then I slept out into the woods late and came out Wednesday. Um, to my pond stand spot, which I had a spike come in on me. And dude, he was eating for like 30 minutes by the pond. I also had a fucking shit ton of turkeys come in. And this one came in initially, had a beard and everything, and then it kind of seen me, walked away, and then I just heard it come right back. And they just like would come up, see me, walk out, come back, see me. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And they were just, it was irking me because I wanted the footsteps to be deer, So they were making, pretty equivalent racket as a deer would. So I was really thinking it was them, but no, it kept being the turkeys the entire time until then. It was like 4-ish, and this spike buck comes out. I mean, he was a good like almost forky kind of spike, real tall spikes, but really big body. And so, like, at first, I was thinking about shooting it because I thought it was a doe, but then I was like, wait a minute. And I had to get out my binoculars and I like really just focused on him. And it was hard because he kind of was eating away from me, but then he turned around once and I just seen the shadow of like the two spikes. I was like, fuck, now I can't shoot it. And so I had to watch him for 30 minutes until sundown. And then I had to use my deer call to blow him out of there just because he was still hanging out in the area. And I didn't want to like climb down and be like, hey, a human's here, So I had this spot on my deer call that you can blow into and it sounds like a deer blowing to like, get him or I guess shoo him out of the area. So I did that a couple times and he eventually left, but I don't know if that's better than him seeing me, but maybe, maybe not. But anyway, so I had that at the pond stand, but then Wednesday was my last day. I was like, all right, I'm for real. I'm going in the morning. Still got up late, but I got up earlier than I did the late morning Tuesday. So went to stand two for that morning into noon, didn't see jack shit, and then I decided to switch it up and hit this field edge kind of relatively close to this pond stand that me and Collins have talked about. We've scouted it before, seen tons of deer tracks on this like little channel of like this opening, um, or sort of like a funnel feature is what we were thinking it was. So I sat that in just the blind on a stool that evening. Didn't see nothing. Well, on the opposite side of that field is somebody's stand. I seen this hunter go up like after 4 o'clock. I was like, oh, great. So now I have this person over here who, like, I wasn't really in their shooting line, but a cedar tree was the only thing in between me and that stand. So hopefully, they wouldn't have seen me and got spooked, which I mean, they didn't. Everything's fine. But Yeah, I ended up we ended up getting out around the same time and ended up being a chick, and it was some I ran into Saturday morning because I drove at the top of this hill to get reception, call Lex, tell her I got a buck, and then, tag it in and everything on my app. Well, there's people in a white car had stopped. They're like, "Hey, nice buck, yada yada," and we are just talking about hunting and stuff. Well, it ended up the person hunting this field Wednesday night ended up being one of the people in that car, and just chit chatting. I was like, "Yeah, I got a pretty nice buck Saturday," that sort of shit. He was like, "Oh yeah, we ran into a guy at the top of the hill on Saturday." I was like, "Oh, oh, was that you guys?" And yeah, yeah, yeah. It ended up being so crazy, but yeah, whatever. Um, yeah. So, anyways, I just didn't expect that hunter to show up at that field because my truck was in the parking access. I don't know. I just assumed that maybe I might deter him for a night if they did show up, and I would just kind of have that field to myself. Whatever. Didn't matter anyways. Didn't see shit. So yeah, I didn't have to take off work Monday through Wednesday, it turns out. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. It was nice to get kind of a break from that environment anyways, and just focus on hunting. So I mean I tried, but that's how it goes, man. And I mean that's just reflects on what I was saying earlier about luck and how much it really plays a factor into it. And I mean, you really have to depend on the deer to do a lot of the work of it for you,
Yeah.
especially if you're just sitting in a stand or blind, And I love spot and stock hunting, but I feel like I mess it up more than I do come out of it successfully. I mean, I've never successfully spot and stalked hunted a deer. And I mean, I feel like it's so damn hard because you're always making way more noise than they are. And you are always going to sound different than they do. And so I feel like they can literally hear you coming from a mile away.
Hmm.
Uh, as much as I like the thought of doing that, I just don't. And, I was talking to Collins Wednesday and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'd be popping around some ridges right now," and but I'm like, I don't know. I don't trust myself. I feel like I'm gonna bump them off and fuck it up. You know what I mean? But I guess I'm just comfy playing it safe in a stand or something. I don't know. I'll branch out eventually. Like I've spot and stocked hunted with my previous boss at the sawmill, but he kind of directed it, and he chose the time. We went out in the evening. It wasn't like it was strictly planned. Like we talked about it that day at the sauna. He's like, "Hey, you want to go hunt after work?" I was like, "Sure." He's like, "Yeah, we'll just crawl through the woods with our bows and stuff." I was like, "All right." I wasn't expecting it to be that much, but I mean, he took it seriously, so I just took his direction. But we were very quiet in our walk. Whenever we walked like the woods, we literally would opt to walk through the forest and the brush versus an open field like with a logging road on it. He's like, "No, we don't walk over there. The deer are going to see you on there, but they won't in here." And I mean, he was right because we walked through this woods and then we crossed the field only to get to another set of timber, which we then crawled through, hid behind trees. He's like, "Hi." He's like, "Do you have a deer call?" It's like, "Yeah." He literally takes my deer call, blows a grunt, and he's just like, and we're just sitting there looking. And then it was like, text. I was like, "What?" He's like, "Deer." It's like, "Where?" And I'm looking. And then sure enough, dude, three does just come like fucking crawling right at us. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it was like he just fucking Aladdin that shit.
Just the
I was
whisperer.
yeah, it's like it was so ridiculous, but such a cool experience. It just really showed me his I guess, experience in hunting and how he managed it or whatever you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
it ended up being a fucking awesome hunt. I didn't come out with a kill, but those doe came right at us, and I just drew back preemptively. And one was just facing us, but then I seen it kind of locked its vision on me, and so my mindset was like, "Fuck, I got to take the shot." And so I just centered it and tried to center it, sent my arrow, and it just goes flying. The deer just take off, and we go look for blood. We didn't find any, and I lost my arrow. So I was pretty. We summed it up to a missed shot, but he was just like, "You should have waited." I'm like, "Dude, they were 10 feet in front of us." He was like, "Yeah, but they were going to go broadside," and I'm just like, damn, how do you know that? But I mean, I probably should have listened because probably could have came out with something. So I don't know. It's just one of those things, man. A lot of the times I find that it comes down to patience for me. Patience is one of the biggest things that I've battled in hunting. It's got to be one of
Yeah.
the biggest factors, man. And kind of getting semi-religious with it as I always do every year. But I was reading the Ten Commandments of Fred Bear and for hunting, and I don't know if you're familiar with the means, but there's a few I can, and one is don't look for deer, look for movement. And when I think about that, I reflect on it, and I'm just like, man, that's actually really true because like if you're just looking at the woods and you're like eyeballing these trees up and down trying to spot a deer, I feel like it's really hard versus just taking that whole picture of the woods and just kind of seeing what moves in it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense or not, but that's one of them. Another one is to um, anything, don't step on what can be stepped over or something like that. So I'm like, damn, this motherfucker is like looking at the ground, stepping over small sticks that crack. Like he's avoiding to make that cracking noise, and that's it. Like, dude, I can't tell you how many sticks I crack walking into my stand. Like, geez, that's hardcore. Like that is literally hardcore hunting. Like sitting there like ninja stepping, like, dude, I parked my truck a mile back. I'm supposed to ninja step the whole way, but I mean, that's what it comes down to. Maybe that the destination of the stand is the problem because I've thought about this. Like, how many times or I don't know. I don't think my experiences you may have can relate. I mean, hunting public so much. I mean, it's just and having a set destination stand you have to walk to. You know what I mean? So um, it's like, uh, damn. Sorry, thought train is just like derailing in front of me. Um, oh yeah. So like I can't count on two hands how many times I've spooked deer walking in. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
Hmm.
but what if I was to hunt that deer, that first deer that I spook? What if I walk into it? Because I've heard deer vision is better at night, which I don't think that that's true because there's so many times when I'm walking on a logging trail at 5 a.m. and it's pitch black out, and I don't walk with a light because I don't want to tell the deer where I'm at. So like literally, I'll let my eyes adjust to the best that they can. I can't see perfectly, but I can at least see a walking kind of, way. And if it's good moonlight, even better. But generally, yeah, I'm just kind of walking semi-blind, but there's so many times where I'll walk and I hear like a deer that I'm pushing like 20 feet up. And sometimes it doesn't blow, sometimes it does. It's a nightmare if they do, but sometimes I'll literally just hear them like, just the hoofs. But I guess the thought is that I'm trying to get to is what if instead of just making my mindset, oh, I got to get to that stand, that's what I'm hunting today. Well, what I should be hunting is that deer, and I just ran into one. So should I stop what I'm doing and the hunt's on now because I know there's a deer there? Why am I not hunting that?
Hmm.
My priority so high on that stand, whereas maybe if I just stick to the mission, walking out with a deer, maybe I might, come out with more. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of an interesting, but
Yeah, I'll
wouldn't
have
be
to look into that.
would be very
That
hard. But
that Ten Commandments. Because I've
yeah,
never
it's
heard of that
interesting.
before.
Yeah, Fred Bear. I mean, he was like one of the archery pioneer for sure, especially for like the compound bows and shit like that. Bear archery. I don't. I'm pretty sure it was him and someone else involved in designing the first compound bow. So, very revolutionary for modern archery and stuff like that. But um, yeah, really cool. And it's just like it seems like a I don't know, hell of a hunter. I mean, to get that serious with it, but stuff that I can always believe and appreciate,
Yeah.
the commandments and stuff.
Always approach from downhill. In the cool of the day, move uphill. In the heat of the day, move downhill.
Oh yeah, thermals, I guess.
I guess so. I guess that's commandment three.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, let's look into that. Yeah, other than the hunting, what have you been up to the past 2 weeks?
Starting a new course in school. Um, Back doing some did a foaming job. So that was interesting. I had not done foam in a minute now, but yeah, picked that back up. Not too bad. Trying to think, getting into the jolly Christmas spirit. Got the house decorated with lights. So that's always a good time. Kids always love that. Yeah, man, just kind of looking forward to the holiday breaks and stuff at this point. What about you, dude?
We did a little bit of the Christmas stuff last night. Went to Target, we have a tradition every year. The kids pick out an ornament that kind of fits their personality for where they're at in their time of life. Like Annie got a
Okay.
basketball. Jensen got Ninjago Lego ornament. I didn't know that was a thing, but those like Ninja Lego things. It's like a
Nice.
TV show. He loves it, so he got that. But also, we went
Awesome.
to Annie's first basketball game last night. She started one of those like a semi travel league, but I think it stays somewhat local.
Okay.
So that was cool. Very odd because the refs were calling everything, and mind you, they're in second grade. So every travel, every double dribble,
Oh, geez.
everything was called. So the girls could maybe dribble 5 times and then they would get called for something because, I mean, they're 8. What are we doing?
He's like,
But
you're out of there.
it was intense because we're just like, okay, I guess we're just doing this. We got used to it after a while. It was a low scoring game, but there was some scoring. And one of our girls fouled out, which was weird because we only had 5 girls. The other team had, I think, 7 or 8. So we had to play 4 against 5 for the last like half of a quarter. Still won though. The other coach
Nice.
got mad because they didn't call a foul and started arguing with the ref.
Are you
Again,
serious?
these girls are 8. It's not that
Good
serious.
grief. Wow. Do they like
Yeah.
get like red face serious, like pissed?
I don't know. I can't hear what he's saying, but I could see he was arguing with the ref. The ref was saying something, and there was the scorekeeper table that was in the middle. She said something to him.
Oh
Uh,
God.
so we're just all kind of one sitting there, is like, I don't know what we're getting mad about, but okay, it's fine. We won anyway. It's fine.
Uh, wouldn't it just be great for them to like break out in a fight at an event like that at a kids' ball event? They're just like,
I
fuck
was
you.
wondering if
It's like
I was wondering
throwing
if it
it
would
down.
happen because me and Dane were getting a little vocal. Um, the other parents in front of us, whose girls also on our team, was kind of getting mad at some of the fouls because they called a foul on one of our girls for blocking a shot, and I just instinctively is like, that looked clean to me, and the dad's like, it was clean,
Oh
and
God. Like he's right. He's right. Fuck you.
how dare you call her on that?
Yeah. He's seen it too. Keeps pointing at you.
What, we playing a game here, or we're just messing around? What are we doing?
Oh man. That's
Yeah, other than
funny.
that, not too much. Been reading a lot, because I found some guy on I think it's TikTok or Facebook, but he reads a lot of horror books, and I've been wanting to get into more horror books because I love horror and I love Stephen King, but that's really the only horror I know is when it comes to books is Stephen King. So I want some more recommendations. Who's like the underground, or not necessarily underground, but who's not the big names that writes good horror books? So I'm reading some of that. Read Slewfoot, which was good. Very kind of reminiscent of The Witch, but not as
Nice.
dark. Um, then also The Horror, which was weird. Now I'm reading Intercepts, which this is an interesting book. I love this premise. It's this guy who works at a secret government facility. He's not allowed to talk about with his family. His family just knows he's paid well, and they have their own secret security thing to where if they have an issue, he calls them. They come out of nowhere and come and inspect their house. But I guess they like test these people who have these weird abilities, but they essentially torture them to where they feel nothing and they can't see anything. Is some gas, but they have some psychic powers, and one of them's like become lucid a little bit and is going after him while he's at his home. Uh,
Oh,
it's
damn.
it's trippy so far. It's kind of creepy. The others have not given me the same feeling.
Huh. That is cool. Last horror book I read was like a few years ago, I think. Fuck, what was that book called? I think I told you about it. I might have talked about it on here. I can't even remember.
Was it
The
The Only Good
last,
Indians?
yeah, Last Good Indians or something like that.
I haven't wanted to
Or,
read that.
yeah, it's a good one, man. It's cool. It was pretty thrilling. Very weird. Lots of weird shit in it. But yeah,
Yeah,
turns out to be a really awesome story.
'cause I know that guy's like pretty big in the horror. He's like one of the bigger up and comer guys because he wrote that, some Indian Lake trilogy. I tried to read one of his books. I think it was like The Last Final Girl, but I didn't like how it was written because he wrote it like a movie script, and it was very Scream-esque to where they're very aware it's a horror movie. So doing a lot of that stuff.
Oh
But
yeah.
wasn't too into that, but his friend Paul Tremblay, I read one of his books, really liked it, but I heard his new book is a lot like that. So maybe it's just a style they try out every now and then, but I do want to read that. Only the Good
Yeah,
Indians.
I guess now that you say that, it's a little movie scriptish, sure, but I don't know. I thought it was very fitting. I thought it was a very easy read. And I
Okay.
mean, I'm not a really, big reader by any means. So, um, but yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I think Lex read it too. But yeah, interesting book for sure.
Yeah, I've been trying to find because we have this Kindle Unlimited. It's like $11 a month, but you can pretty much, if it's on, you can read as many books as you want if it's on Kindle Unlimited. So a lot of these books I've been getting recommendations for. I see which ones are on there and can read that. I want to read. I think Only Good Indians was on it last month, but I didn't. I didn't finish my other book in time to read it, so I want to
Yeah.
read it.
How many books do you go through? Like how often? Lex reads a shit ton.
I go in spurts. The past month I'm on my third book, but it's usually depending on my spurts. And in about a year, I'd say five or six is about a normal pace for me.
Yeah,
But like I said, the past month I've been getting super into it, so it's been three books the past month, and then for the year I want to say I'm at six because I had a very dead period for a while.
that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's so stupid to say. I know everyone says it, but I do need to read more. I wish I would, but it's like, I
I
don't
re
know, it's hard.
I recommend getting Kindle Unlimited. You can even read it on your phone. You can just download the Kindle app, and it's like $11 a month. You get all these books, and there's a lot of good books on there. And then also going on like I don't know if it's Book Talk, TikTok, or Facebook or whatever it is, but I found this guy because he says if you like this horror movie, read this book. And he did Event Horizon. He recommended Nick Cutter's The Deep, which I really want to read because it sounds awesome. Pretty much like the someone searches the under the ocean, deep in this abyss, and there's something there, and it drives everyone on the ship crazy, kind of like an Event Horizon. So stuff like that, I
Hmm,
like those kind of recommendations. Like if you like this movie, you like this book.
that's cool.
So I recommend something like that if you want to find some good books that you think you'll be into.
Yeah, yeah, that would be pretty sweet. I know Lex reads a ton, man. She's like, she, I want to say she'll go through like 20 something in a year. Like, good grief.
Yeah, I can't do that. I feel like women seem to be pretty good at reading books, like
Yeah, for
commonly.
sure.
I have that Goodreads app so I can see what other people are reading, and I see these girls that I know go through a book every 3 days and like starts a new book.
Holy shit, man. That's nuts.
And I don't understand. It's like, are you not sleeping? Are you not working? What is going on? Do you not have
Yeah,
any other hobbies? I only
yeah,
do
that's
this
crazy.
before bed.
That is crazy. Wow. Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have
Um,
anything else new?
yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about football or not.
Oh yeah, I did watch the game. I forgot all about that. Thank you for bringing that up. Did you watch the game on
Yeah.
past Sunday?
I was doing a lot of my processing, thankfully, so I had a buck to occupy my time. But I was
Understandable.
on the it was on the TV, but attention was not really paid for good
Understandable.
reasons. Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's crazy to hear that all the commentators and stuff now are like Chiefs. We're looking at possibly not even making it to the playoffs,
It is a
which is
possibility.
crazy. It's very crazy, but it's very true. So, with that being said, all that I have to say is this season is very, very, that is because of all the one score games. Last
Mm-hmm.
year, we won them. This year, we've lost them.
Mm-hmm.
That is what's happening. I feel like we're very close. And what I see happening in NFL now is a few years back, like five got Patrick Mahomes, everybody fucking flip shit. And then before you know it, all the oldies are retiring. They're all fucking washing new, and every team had to pick up what the Chiefs were doing. They all needed to get their star-studded quarterbacks and all their fucking teams badass again. And guess what? Every team is like close to catching up now. I mean, there are so many teams that have these fucking just phenomenal quarterbacks, man, and it's like an NFL reset, man. I think that honestly, a lot of the teams are just now catching up to the Chiefs, and like they're showing them like, hey, yeah, we've studied your team for like the last several years because you guys have fucking won, ridiculously, but it's just they're near they got it down. And I mean, they're giving the Chiefs a run for their money for sure, man. But I mean, you can't deny the new talent that's out there, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's new talent, and then there's also been a resurgence in these quarterbacks who failed with other teams and now getting success in other teams.
Yeah.
Like you
Colts,
have,
who's that? What's
yeah, Daniel
Josh
Jones,
Daniel
Sam
Jones, yeah.
Darnold, Baker Mayfield. Even Bryce Young is starting to come back now. I guess he
Yeah.
broke the Panthers record for most passing yards.
Yeah, I don't know about Sam Darnold. I think he just threw four interceptions against the Falcons or something like that. Or who was it?
I think it was the Rams. Was it the Rams?
Maybe. Yeah, it was. And I only remember because I seen it was a reel that I seen on Facebook or something, but it was the commentators, and he was just like, "Oh my gosh, they have just made Sam Darnold turn into a pumpkin tonight." I was like, "Damn." I was like, that is one of the worst things you could ever be said about you. I was like, that is horrible.
But up until that game, I feel like the Seahawks have been just as dominant as the Colts.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of their games to be quite honest, but I don't know. I think it's an interesting year. I guess one thing's for certain is that Geno Smith is not good.
We can blame him for
Especially,
everything.
yeah. I seen another terrible meme. It was Geno Smith, and it was like no drug problems, no alcohol problems, just a dog shit football player. I was like, oh my God, that's terrible. Poor guy. He was doing better on the Seahawks than he is here, but or not here, Raiders, But yeah, man, some quarterbacks turn out phenoms, others kind of downward spiral.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield, man, Buccaneers, dude, he's fucking looked like a
they're
stud ever since he's gotten there.
they're fun to watch. I watched the Bucks Bills
Yeah,
game, and that was a shootout up until about halfway through the
yeah,
fourth quarter. Then the Bills started taking over everything, but that was
yeah.
fun to watch.
It was, dude. Yeah. I feel like Baker Mayfield is just like a gunslinger, dude, when he's on the
Hmm.
field. So fun to watch. And Josh Allen too. I mean, Josh Allen just gets to pissing me off because he'll just fucking if he can't throw, he's like, all right, fuck you, I'm running. And he's like six
Yeah.
four, and he so he like runs like a train, guys they can barely even tackle him because he's so huge. It's just like,
Hmm.
damn. Like, and he's quick. He's young and he's quick. It's just like, man, it's just nuts to see quarterbacks throwing fucking dimes way downfield and then running their asses off. It's so cool.
Well, it's also weird that Bills aren't number one in their division again either. The Patriots are number one.
Oh yeah. See, I've heard about them, but I haven't watched a game. Who is it? Drake May?
Yeah, Drake May, and I guess he's right behind Matthew Stafford for the MVP race.
Oh my gosh, really? Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, Matthew Stafford's, I guess, like in the MVP. His touchdown to interception ratio, I guess, is like ridiculous. I want to say he has
Wow.
like 30 touchdowns to like two interceptions or something like that.
That is damn good. Wow. Mahomes has got to be like one for one. It sucks. It really does. A lot of them are like the dinks, that the guys didn't catch. They bounce off the hands and into players. Oh, I hate those,
Hmm.
man. That is just robbery. That is just straight robbery when that happens. It's like, no, just killing stats. But yeah, interesting year, man, to be saying that the Chiefs might not make it to the playoffs. But I've decided that if the Chiefs don't make it in, I think that the team I'm going to be rooting for to go to the Super Bowl is the Bills. I think Josh Allen's worked really hard, and I think the Bills fight, man. I like to watch them because they fight so hard, and I think you can really see it in every game. But they have these
Yeah,
weird one-off games where they play like shit too, and they get beat by shitty teams. So
yeah.
that's crazy.
Didn't they get beat by the Panthers?
Yeah, they got beat by a really shitty or like the Saints or something like that. Can't
And
remember.
the Patriots stomped them, but they got to play them again.
Yeah, see, that'll be interesting. Are Patriots NFC or
No, they're
AFC?
AFC North. No, they're AFC East.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's right if they're at the Bills.
Hmm.
That's crazy. They lead the division. What are they, 9-2 or something?
Yeah, they're 9-2. Them and Broncos. I think Colts are all 9-2 or 8-2.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. The Colts, man. That's crazy. Yeah, we play them next.
Yeah, I have been hearing though Daniel Jones is finally like that new shine is finally starting to wear off. I heard he's been kind of playing more pumpkin-esque
Oh,
in
really?
his recent games. Uh,
Wow.
so we will see, but they still have Jonathan Taylor, who is the best running back. I don't. It's no longer Derrick Henry. I think it
Hmm.
is Jonathan Taylor now.
Yeah, that dude is a stud. Yeah, that'll be interesting, man. Football.
Yeah, yeah. Broncos to the Super Bowl. Let's go,
Ooh.
bro. So someone brought this up. Is like I think we might be good, but I can see it being a downfall. We have a high winning record. However, we also, I think, lead the league in drop passes, penalties, and punts.
And
We cannot
wow.
have all those things, and not all those things can coalesce in one. You can't have a winning record and all these things.
Yeah.
Something's got to be fixed. Because I think we had,
Right.
what, 140 yards of penalties against you guys?
Damn, that's crazy. Holy shit.
Hmm. We have
What
a
is
lot of
it?
penalties.
Defense? Like pass interference or what?
It's
Holding?
yeah, it's usually defensive pass interference on Riley Moss usually because people like to
Oh yeah.
throw.
He got one on the Chiefs game.
He got two. He got one pass interference and one holding, and the holding one was the one where it was a pick six and they called it back.
Oh yeah, that's right. Damn.
And then also false starts. We get a lot of false starts. So a lot of offensive penalties and stuff like that.
That's crazy. What does it mean to lead in punts? Like how many times you've punted?
Yes, we have
Wow.
the most punts,
Damn. That's crazy.
but we also lead the league in sacks by like 20. So,
That's crazy. Who's that?
like the team,
Or
we
who's
have
like
them
who's doing the sacks?
usually Nick Benito, then Jonathan Cooper, um, uh, Talanoa Hufanga, I think has a couple. Macmillan Howe has two.
Mhm.
Um, Franklin Myers, Jonah Ellis hasn't been getting much. Usually it's like our outside linebackers are usually the ones getting it, and every now and then we'll have a safety come out. The Chiefs game we had uh, corner blitz a couple times, so Macmillan
Wow.
got two.
Yeah,
He got
man.
that
He was
crazy
looking
one at the
rough.
end.
Yeah. Fucking went way back. Yeah, that's nuts.
And we get Patrick Surtain back. Not this week, but next week.
Nice.
Excitement.
Yep. Good old shitty football.
Makes you feeling better. Our the best part of our offense, our running back, has just been ruled out for the season. J.K. Dobbins.
Oh shit. Leg
He got a
injury?
hit. I won during the Raiders game. Someone did a hip drop tackle on him, and it hurt his foot, and he had to get surgery on it.
Wow. Damn.
And
What a
Alex
bummer.
Singleton, our leading tackler, our linebacker, found out he had testicular cancer right after the Texans game. Played the Raiders game and then had surgery for it the day after. So we'll see when he gets back.
Jeez. That's crazy. Wow.
So yeah, check those nuts, make sure they're good. He's become like the face of check your nuts.
Ah.
But yeah, football. Oh, so this was the biggest thing we were looking forward to in Broncos country was after the Chiefs win, we just wanted to see Nick Wright admit he was wrong. Do you know who Nick Wright is?
Uh, is he the one? Is he like out of the four guys that talk at the end? Or
He's on that show First Things First. He's the long-haired, kind of a goatee kind of a
oh
guy.
yes, okay, yeah, dark hair dude.
He's a huge Chiefs fan, and on their show they talk about their biases all the time. Like he's a Chiefs fan, one's a Ravens fan, the other's a Patriots fan, another's a Bears fan. But he's this huge Chiefs fan, and he's always talking about like you don't understand. They're going to turn things around. He's always talking about it, and he's never given the Broncos any credit. He's like, they're frauds. I'm not putting Bo Nix anywhere on Mahomes Mountain. He's a fraud. I've seen every game. I understand the game, and he's not it. And then once the game happened, everyone went to the comments of let's figure out if we can see what Nick Wrong has to say and how he's going to spin this. And
Oh man,
because he also guaranteed it was going to be a win. He bet, I guess, a shit ton of money and said if he lost, he would shave his head for the next show. Um,
seriously?
yeah, he.
Wow,
Although when he showed up to the show, he chickened out because he said it's in his contract he's not allowed to get either a face tattoo or shave his head.
wow, like pussy.
Yeah, but yeah.
Damn.
Um, you want to start talking about some new music?
Yeah, let's do it, dude. So what did Nick? What did he say about the game? Did he say anything?
He pretty much finally admitted is like I don't know what this team is anymore. They're either going to be the 2011 Giants, where they're bad during the regular season but still somehow win the Super Bowl, or they'll be the 2012 Giants, where they think it's the same thing but they end up not making it, doing anything, and missing the playoffs.
Well, that's not a great statement. Was that
He
Eli
he
Manning era, I guess?
yeah, that was the I think when they beat the Patriots
Okay.
that one time. Because then they do it twice.
Sounds like it. Sounds familiar.
But yeah, yeah, pretty much he tried to make sure he didn't give any credit to the Broncos. He says there's still a possibility they can make it to the playoffs. It's just not as easy, and the division is obviously not going to be theirs this year.
Damn, so who's number one seed? Patriots?
As of right now, Broncos.
Oh, no shit.
We
Wow.
have the better versus AFC, I think. Although that doesn't make too much sense because we played the Charger, we've lost to the Chargers and Colts. Maybe we played more AFC teams. I don't know. I don't know why it is, but we're number one, I think, or number one seed. Everything I've seen has shown Denver number one seed as of right now.
Wow.
Maybe
That's freaking
Patriots haven't had a bye, or maybe Patriots have had a bye. I don't know.
well, we gotta stop that.
We do play one more time. You guys will probably win that one because we
Is that
won in
like
Denver.
Christmas or something?
Yep, Christmas Day.
Wow, is it really? Damn.
Hmm.
That's gonna be the one that doesn't really matter. Maybe for you, well, actually it probably will matter for you guys. It's probably not going to that late in the season.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all dependent on where we are in the seating, if it's going to matter or not. That game might matter, or the very last game versus Chargers. I don't know which one. If they both might matter, one of them might not matter, or both of them might not matter. It's just one of those things we'll see. It's all dependent because we have two cupcake games coming up soon. We have the Commanders and then the Raiders. And then we have two hard games. We have the Packers and Jaguars, and then Chiefs, Chargers.
Yeah. Hard finish there. Chargers look kind of nasty this year too. Damn,
Well,
dude.
they started out good, but I guess all their offensive linemen are getting hurt now.
Oh,
So
no
now,
shit.
and also with us being the leading sackers, I think Justin Herbert's not gonna. And they barely beat us last time too. Just like with the Colts, it was a last second field goal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, dude,
I
they
think.
freaking Justin Herbert had a day playing the Chiefs, man. He fucking balled out. It's like, God, this sucks.
Yeah, ready to talk about
Anyways,
some new music.
for sure.
What are you guys listening to?
Weekly playlist.
Weekly playlist. Weekly playlist. Weekly.
We got two playlists, but one's really short, and one of it really only has one new album. The other were something you brought up that I forgot to add to a playlist.
Hmm.
That 1107 with Soulfly's Chama.
Oh yeah. Chama. What'd you
I
think of
find
Chama, man?
I liked it. So I've never been super into Soulfly. I think it's solely because when they first came out, I saw that album cover and thought it was POD. So I've always
Yeah.
just assumed they were a new metal band. I am so wrong when it comes to this band. This album very much reminds me of like Roots, Bloody Roots
Yeah,
from the
Sepultura.
Sepulture. Yeah, it's that very primal feel, and I really like
Oh,
it in
for
this
sure.
album.
Yeah, it's like a hardcore or not hardcore, but it's fucking tribal AF metal
Hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, especially with like the opening, the Indigenous Inquisition, then Storm the Gates. I remember we did this cover the single and had that very like indigenous feel to it. Then
Yeah.
also Nihilist with Todd Jones from Nails. Ah,
Yeah, dude. Nice. Yeah, dude. I just love how boppy it is. Like that Storm the Gates starts as boom boom doo-doo, 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 doo-doo.
hmm.
It's just like a riff that you feel like you made in your head when you were like 12, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Playing a fucking wrestling game or something. Dum, dum, doo-doo, 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 doo. I don't know.
Or
It's
if they took it one of Jonathan Davis's scatting and just made it into a riff.
yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that absolutely sounds like a Jonathan Davis scat. Like, yeah, absolutely does. He should have had him featured on that one. That would have been badass. You're just doing that
Yeah.
at work. Some guy just
The
like, oh, is that the new Soulfly Storm the Gates? You're like, no, it's corn, man. Yeah. No, but
Yeah.
it is badass, man. I love it.
And I feel like this album just flies by. I don't know if it's because I've been listening to super long songs, but this album just
Yeah,
felt like
it
it
plays easy, I
breezed
feel.
by. Because
I
I feel like I
loved,
blinked and it was on the fourth track, Gahina.
yeah, I love no pain equals no power.
Mm-hmm.
Like that chorus, dude. It was almost sounds like a Linkin Park Chester Bennington type shit mixed with the Soulfly Max Cavalier dude. I love his vocal in the whole album. It's very like super just reverb. Sounds like he's in a fucking ginormous cave. You know, you just hear him echo. Such a powerful vocal though, for real. But then I thought the feature in No Pain Equals No Power was really cool just because it was an interesting dynamic of the two vocals. And then freaking Dino, man, that guitar like do 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 do. Oh, it's so damn good.
That's the guy from Fear Factory, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I just love how in your face that song is, dude.
Then also I really like the ending song, Chama, the title track, the
Mm,
4 minute one. Very epic. I love this was an
yeah.
awesome album.
Yeah, I feel like this would be super badass to see live, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, good recommendation. I'm glad you caught this because I would have forgotten about this and moved on. Thank you for bringing it to my attention, and so I could put it on
Absolutely,
this
dude.
playlist. Yeah,
Yeah, super fun listen.
if all this sounds interesting to you, check out Soulfly's Chama. It's awesome. The other album on this is I think this is their third album. It's the album Fleshwork by Pupil Slicer. This album, so this band, I found out about this band on their debut. I forget what it's called, but I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound mean, but it's just how it seems looking into it. I almost feel like this band started off perhaps industry plant-ish. However, it might be that, or it might just be like the magazine found like, oh, this band has a certain formula that we can turn into a story that we can sell. And this band was started by this girl. She's the vocalist and guitarist. She is autistic. She grew up with like classical music, and then one day found Deaf Heaven, fell in love with Deaf Heaven, and wanted to make a band just like Deaf Heaven. But then someone else also showed her Dillinger Escape Plan, and so with her being autistic, she fixated on these two bands she loves so much, and started to create her own metalcore band. Well, first album was very good, very chaotic. Second album I never really listened to, but this third album very sounds very much like I actually hear now her being able to take those influences and make it into an actual band because it sounds very much like if you combined Death Heaven with Dillinger Escape Plan, but in their own way, if that makes sense. I hear a lot of Death Heaven style vocals with some Dillinger riffage and stuff. This wasn't too bad of an album. Did you listen to this and what'd you think of it?
Yeah, I did. I checked it out. I It is very chaotic and kind of anxiety inducing for me. So I don't know. I didn't stick with it for too long. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just wasn't loving it, so I just kind of moved on. And I noticed Peeling Flesh was on here, so I was like, oh hell yeah. Bath,
I gotcha.
especially with the title Bed Bath Body in the Basement. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, let's play it.
Yeah, I'll move to that. I just one last thing for Pupil Slicer. I will say I do think this is probably their most they're finally becoming their own thing instead of just like I feel like there was just a lot of attention for them at first when they first started, so they probably just like scrapped together songs. This actually feels like the band is actually becoming themselves. I really like Sacrosanct. That was a good one. Still not where I think they should be. I think they can be better, but they're doing good. So check out Fleshwork by Pupil Slicer. Check it out.
Oh,
But as you mentioned, there is a collab EP, whatever you want to call this, with Hounds of War and the one, the only, the new young face of Slam, Peeling Flesh,
yeah.
with their new collab EP OKCX GTHC. Yeah, Mickey Free is not a girl. Bed Bath and Bed Bath and Body in the Basement.
Yeah. Such great titles, man. And like as soon as I heard this, I was like, damn, dude, how many slam songs can they write? Like it's one of those things. It's like I love every time I hear it, especially Peeling Flesh writing it, and their songs, but it's just like, how is it? I don't understand it. It sounds like same formula. It sounds like a song that I've heard on the previous two albums, but yet it's different. And it still grooves and it's still fucking badass. Love it. It's cool,
Yeah,
But in a way, it's weird to say that they're doing the same shit over and over, but it still sounds awesome. It's not boring.
yeah. And I do think you hit on it, and I think that is why Peeling Flesh I do think sticks out, is I do think this their sound guitar music wise is it's enthralling, but since it is slam, it is repetitive. It can be get annoying at times, but I do think with their samples, how they do their samples, although it could be seen as gimmicky, I think does break it up enough to where it does keep it interesting. To where no matter what, Peeling Flesh comes out with a new song, doesn't matter if they release 100 that year, it's you're still gonna want to listen to it because it'll still be like, what are they doing this time? How many pinch harmonics are they
Yeah.
gonna have in this one? What
Yeah.
random funny thing are they gonna make me laugh at now? But you're still just you're gonna groove. You're going to
Yeah.
groove.
They're gonna bring you to a badass groove at some point, and that's like a Peeling Flesh guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
So hell
Yeah.
yeah. Bed Bath Body in the Basement. Super badass song.
And I
For me, they are the best part of the CP. Hounds of War they're an interesting band. They come in real hot, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know if I'm ready for this. But what were you gonna say? I think I cut you off.
well, I'm assuming they do the second part because it has their names in
Yes.
order and then it reverses.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. First two is Peeling Flesh, and I think second two is Hounds of War. You can clearly
Yeah.
hear the difference in styles.
Yeah, I think because I only listened to the first two. I didn't really care to listen to Hounds of War featuring Peeling Flesh. That's just I know I'm probably should have, but for me it's like, meh, I got what I wanted from here.
Mhm.
It's I got what
Just
I wanted.
really different styles of music. They really are. But yeah, it's interesting because I think this is probably like the second or third EP they've done with this band. They've
Really?
they did they do stuff with them all the time, I feel like.
Hmm. So what does GTHC stand for? I'm assuming hardcore, but what is GT?
Um well, one's Oklahoma City
Mm-hmm.
and GT, let's see. Gotham?
They're from Gotham?
No. No, I'm just trying to think of GT cities at this point. Grand Theft, Grand Theft Hardcore.
Well, even their Spotify profile, that's their entire bio is just GTHC.
Oh, really?
So I don't know what GTHC is.
They're pretty straightforward with it.
Hmm. Because
Let's
it might
move
not
on.
even be an American city. It might be like it could be something else.
Hmm.
But yeah,
You think
I
they're
did want.
foreigners?
They might be. I could see that. Because I feel like slam is everywhere. I saw
Both
there's like
Georgetown?
what's that?
Georgetown?
Northern Town?
Oh no, it stands for Go to Hell, Carolina. A phrase used by fans of Duke University after they beat rival University of North Carolina.
Surely that's not it.
Go to Hell,
Surely a
Carolina.
slam band is not getting their slogan from Duke Trash Talk. I was
Uh,
gonna say I saw Peeling Flesh was getting some more attention. Um, do you know? Have you ever seen that internet skit of the two bros, like all these bros are hanging out with their girls, and one of them just had a kid, and the bros like trying to start a fight with the baby is like, "Why is he staring at me, bro?" Have you seen that?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, well, he's like this. I forget. It's like Real Bros of something something. It's like some funny internet thing. He got interviewed on the I think it's Lori Compton's podcast. She's like friends with like Tom Segura and all them. Um, and she asked him something about the Beatles. He's like, "Dude, the Beatles suck. If you really want to check out good music, check out
Oh,
Peeling Flesh."
yeah, shout out Peeling Flesh. I did see that clip. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, no way. Yeah. Isn't that a pretty
Yeah.
big podcast?
Yeah, it's pretty big. That's like it's I want to say it's the Your Mama's House, the Tom Segura's podcast like network.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah, that's a good shout out for them. That's badass.
Yeah. So yeah, hell yeah, Peeling Flesh. Get it.
Way to go,
I don't
boys.
I don't think she'll check out Peeling Flesh, but I agree with that guy. I
Yeah.
I could get into a whole thing with the Beatles, but
I'm
that's
I'm
for
a big
another day.
Beatles hater myself.
Yeah, I
Never a
don't get
big
it.
fan. Yeah.
I don't get it.
I think for its time, it was probably the bee's knees, but
Yeah,
the
for like
bee's
the
knees have
50s and
evolved.
the early 50s and the early 60s, yeah. But I feel like Pink Floyd, they were like mid to late 60s, and I feel like they were a better version of what the Beatles were. But what do I know?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, then there's also playlist, there's also Stabbing's new track, Inhuman Torture Chamber. Uh, not too bad. I liked it. This reminded me a lot of Putridity with how their their pinch harmonics are almost like a stabbing at kind of that kind of thing that Putridity like to do. So I dig it. Hell yeah. Did you listen to this?
Yeah. I didn't really get a chance to digest it or that to like really focus on it, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I've seen a lot of people talking about this on metal pages and shit when it dropped. Crazy that this is a female vocalist. Definitely wasn't expecting that. I was like, holy shit, man. Pretty brutal, very nuts. Yeah, it's uber heavy, very crazy. I didn't really, not really memorable, compared to some other new music and stuff. So sorry,
I gotcha.
stabbing, but I'll check it out again.
I gotcha. Understandable. Are you ready to move on to the newest playlist, which has a lot more stuff?
Yes.
All right. So since this one has a lot more stuff, and this one's a little bit more varied, I took a little bit more time with this one because there's some albums I thought about putting on there. I checked those out. I was like, no. And then there's with these ones, it's like, you know what? Either I think I'll like it, or maybe Olson will like it. We'll see. And I put them on here. So with this new playlist, what would you say was stuck out to you the most, and what was your favorite?
Um, I did not listen to all of 19 um 14's album. I dug it. I thought it sounded good. I just didn't stick with it. I don't know. I was needing something different sounding. I feel like it's a lot of the same
Mm-hmm.
stuff that they're doing. They're not really straying too far from their path. And I was just in the mood for something else. So I moved on to the Stellar Circuits. I like this. This was a very interesting kind of all the different elements in there, but I really like their Gent, man. That band Gents
Mm-hmm.
for sure. And I was really appreciating that. It's been a while since I heard some good Gent, so I was really I was really liking that aspect of it, and a cool unique vocal too in there. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Would
I
you
got you.
what'd you think of those two? I didn't want to skip over your thoughts on them. I'm
I
kind of
I would
all over the
say
place with this playlist. I don't really know that I have a favorite per se. I can just kind of chime on to everything.
I got you. Yeah, I would say my favorite would probably be this 1914's new album, Viribus Unitus. I really like this band. I got into them their previous album, Where Fear Meets Weapons, I think it's called. Um, Very awesome feel. I love the vibe that this band brings. It's world all based around World War One. All their albums are. Every album starts with War In and ends with War Out, and they choose like a musical piece from the time period. And they're all apparently all their songs are historically accurate as well. And this is also an interesting album to have come out because also this band is Ukrainian, and this is the first album they've come out since the Ukrainian war has kicked off.
Oh
And
wow.
they've been very vocal about the war. Because also, this band is also supposed to be anti-war, but with what's going on in their home country, they've been very supportive of their own people fighting back, understandably. Um, so that was an interesting context thing. I do I will say, when it came to 1914, I loved when their previous album came out, but after a while, I stopped caring about it. So when I heard this band was coming out with a new album, I was excited for the first single, didn't care too much for the second one. But once hearing this full album in context, it got that excitement back. I think I just needed some rejuvenation when it came to this band. It's a fun mix of doom, death, and black metal. Um, but I do understand because it is almost like a monolithic. Every song, this is the tone we're bringing. This is the sound we're bringing. It's just whether or
Mm.
not it's going to grab you and pull you that whole time. Whole time. I do think the third track is kind of what can be a little grinding because it is a 9 minute long song in this where all the songs are about 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes ish, um,
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Um, but once you get past that, I do think there's some pretty good songs in here. The Siege, 1914, The Siege of Premency, and then also 1916, The Suditrol Offensive, are pretty good songs. Then you get into the 1918 Part 1, 2, and 3. Some cool storyline stuff you got going on. You got Wounded in Action, Prisoner of War, and Duty Escape. This is a fun listen to. I don't think it's captivated me as much as their previous one, but I do think it's good. Uh, I enjoy this band. Yeah, that's about my stance on it.
It's a very good sound. It's a very great black metal sound.
Hmm.
Vocals just super nasty. Everything's great sounding you could ask for in a black metal band. It really is. It's all there. I just I don't know. It just did not, like you said, it just did not grab me and suck me in, and it really needs to suck me. So
Yeah, 1914 needs to suck me. Uh, um, I do think because the second album for me did that to me. I think just giving it some time, then going back to it, maybe it's one of those things like it can, but it might take some time. But it's one of those things like, is it worth the time? Even if it's up to you whether or not it will be. We'll see. Um, Stellar Circuits, didn't mind it at first. I think I got about to Elegant Illusions, the fourth track. I didn't mind it too much. I thought it was pretty good. Like you said, there were some gent parts. I feel like some parts even remind me a little bit of Dillinger. I felt like this was just kind of a combination of all like proggy, progs anything that can kind of encompass prog. Like you got some gent stuff in there. I would even say some mathcore a little bit in there, all kind of under that prog umbrella.
for
So I thought
sure.
that was interesting.
I was getting
But
some
yeah,
periphery like vibes
yeah,
here and there.
I could see that. That was from this new album, Phantom Phoenix.
There's some
Uh,
clean moments that like I'm sorry, I just totally like
oh, you're good. That's
I'm
about. That was the end of my thought.
oh okay. Um I was just gonna say it's like there's some moments of like the cleans I don't really love, but I feel like the heavy makes up for it. Like they get a pretty badass heavy groove going that I really like.
Yeah, I originally put them on here as well as a couple albums because this was recommended me from Spotify. So I thought
Mm.
I was on the fence of adding this band, but I added it. It's like, all right, I'll add it, then listen to it. Because looking at this, I thought, all right, I was very worried this was going to be a modern, like just a modern metalcore, but it's not. I was very taken aback, and it was a lot better than I was anticipating. So it got to stay on the playlist. So good job,
Oh
Stellar
yeah,
Circuits.
pretty cool.
Um, These next two albums, I was very interested in what you were going to, if you checked these out, and what your thoughts on them were. Up first was Pintglass. Did you check out
Oh
Pintglass with their album
yeah.
Pintglass?
Yes, I did. Talk about interesting. This is a very unique band, dude. I don't know that I've really heard a band like this, and quite frankly, I still don't know that I know what the fuck they know that they're doing. It's kind of fucking a mess, but in a weird, unique way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so I had to go to their like Facebook, so they seem to be like some mix between like hardcore, deathcore, and slam, but it's comedy-esque, and they are British, and their theme is like the construction worker. And that's what Giza is. I guess it's like slang for like construction worker life. And that's why you
Uh,
see Giza stuff throughout the album.
okay. Wow. Yeah,
I
it
thought,
sounds like I was like, oh, pint glass. They're like based on drunk life, and like that's what it sounds like. Like sometimes they just sound fucking like they're just drunk and yeah. It's like, oh my God, dude. It's fucking crazy, man. They just sound nuts.
like even it, and I think that does tie to like the whole. It almost feels like if an American person tried to do every stereotype for British people and made a metal band, I feel like this is it because it starts off with the national
Nice.
anthem, which sounds like oh beautiful, but it's just
That
these
sounds terrible.
drunk British guys being like the pub.
Yeah.
But I very much enjoyed it. If you can just get past the wackiness, like you have Mental in the Rental Part One and Two. The first one is a rap, and the second one
Yeah.
same exact lyrics, but in Pint Glass's metal version.
Yeah. It's
Mental in
like
the Rental.
what the hell, dude? Yeah. And Paleface Swiss oddly fit in kind of well with them. With the just it's like a real barking kind of metal that they do. And Matt Honeycutt too. I was like, what the is that fucking Matt Honeycutt? And like, yeah, sure shit it is. It's like,
Yep,
wow, man. Really threw me for a
Texas
loop on
born,
this one.
Texas raised.
Yeah. It's like, damn, that's pretty cool.
Stella, Stella. They have a whole song about someone's breakfast, their breakfast being, I guess, better than someone else's breakfast because their breakfast sucks. The Worldwide Breakfast Gang.
Uh,
It's just it's a
so
fun
weird,
time.
man. Yeah. The court bus extravaganza. Five prostitutes.
Giza life till
I'm
Giza
fucking
dead.
starving. Yeah.
Yeah, check them out.
Wow.
They're fun.
Yeah,
Um,
it was a fun listen, man. It definitely caught my attention. doing something different.
Yeah. I was interested in seeing what you would think because I felt like, oh, this isn't. I kind of like this. I wonder what he Olson would think of this. Did you check out Demon King with Death Knell?
Yes, I did, dude. I thought that this was the probably the coolest sound that I heard. Um, it's hard to say what's missing there for me, but something is because it's not a memorable experience. I loved all
Mm,
the sounds. The music is fantastic, and like I thought, like even hearing some of the guitar solos that absolutely just blow my mind. I'm just like, damn, dude, it just sounds like the hardest work was put into this music. And I mean, it's just fucking full chaotic nuts, blast beats, fucking fast double bass, insane guitar solos, crazy vocals. Vocals are phenomenal. It's all great, but it's just all the at the same time, like I'm not really recalling the songs and what's going on in them. You know what I mean? It's an
yeah,
awesome sound, but something is just not
and
clicking.
I think I know what you're talking about because the vibe I got from this band, it reminded me a lot of Alter Beast. The only thing
Hmm.
I think that's missing from the Alter Beast is just a simple riff every now and then to get the groove in there. Because I don't think.
That's it. Like the groove is missing. They don't like
Mm-hmm.
kind of dumb it down and get it to the groove
Mm-hmm.
and maybe repeat that a couple times. You know what I mean? It's just yeah, it's a lot of in your face techie trick shit and it's just like wow, it's a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean and it's good. It's great quality stuff, but it's just like I'm just not really recalling it.
Yeah, the only thing I do remember though is there was a part I think it's in the opening track. It reminded me a lot of like a Grand Declaration of War when he's doing like the and now upon our ceiling.
Uh yeah, there's kind of like these yeah, I don't even know what you would call them. Sort of like spoken word
Yeah, just like in the
stuff.
middle of the song, but almost like gothic kind of a vibe a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a fun tech time. It's just
For sure.
it is missing a little bit of groove, which I think it is could set it over the edge. But I do think, like you said, they put a lot of work into this. This is great musicianship all around. About every member's pulling their weight. So I do think that was a fun experience. Check out Death Knells by the band Demon King.
For
Um,
sure. From Tennessee, Nashville.
oh, nice. I feel like I've heard this band's name before, or is it just a? I feel like it's been thrown around somewhere.
Oh, Demon King? Yeah, I want to say I listened to like their last release, I think.
And
Formed in
then,
2019. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard their previous stuff before.
yeah, because I feel like I've heard of this name on like a tour or something, or you've mentioned this band before. Because I've heard
Yeah,
this name somewhere.
yeah, for sure.
Um,
I did not listen to the last one.
that's fine. I just listened to them right before. I think I checked them out when I first got the playlist started just to like see like, okay, they passed the vibe checks a little bit. This is a weird band. I don't blame you if you aren't into this. This is a kind of like a blackened. This is like a crust punk, like a blackened hardcore punk band kind of style. I would say
Okay,
kind. I would say kind of like Young and in the Way, but not as memorable as Young and in the Way. But it's still not too bad. I actually didn't mind it too bad. It takes a little bit for them to get hold of you because I do think the vocals are a little grating at first, but then you get used to it. Because I think the guitar is just so driving. It has very much the a lot of the riffage, like how the riff in that very first song on When Life Comes to
oh
Death, or where
yeah.
that bow bow like that really like driving guitar style of riff. That's the kind
God,
of
that was a
sound.
badass song.
That's the kind of sound this band has. It's that driving guitar that makes you as a much of a mess as like this is a very raw sounding band. The vocals are very grating, but I feel like the guitar is what makes you want to stick around to where you kind of just accept everything else. So I think that's kind of cool. I will say though, the cover art is very much throwing me for a loop because it looks nothing like this band sounds. I
Yeah, I
didn't
was like,
think,
wow.
mind you, this is like a crust punk or blackened punk band, and it's the name of this about album is Awakening in the Chaotic Void. This looks like a tech death cover,
Awakening in the
but
Cosmic Void.
yeah, yeah, and it is nothing. It sounds nothing like that. It's
Yeah.
chaotic.
It actually kind of looks like Acacia Strain's It Comes in Waves.
Hmm.
Looks like a similar artist. Yeah,
Yeah,
this looks pretty sweet.
it wasn't too bad. I would actually wouldn't mind listening to this every now and then. Not in any like end of the year list, but I would say this is a band I would maybe check out from time to time. But everyone should go check them out. Burning Grave, Awakening in the Cosmic Void,
Oh
Blackened
yeah.
Crust Punk. Check it out.
Sick.
And then lastly, this last album is a remix 2025 version of an old album, and that is Cephalic Carnage's Exploiting Dysfunction. Just because Cephalic Carnage is awesome. Why not? Did you listen to any of this 2025 re-release?
I did not.
Oh, it's fun. It's I don't really know what to call Cephalic Carnage. They're just an amount. If I could think of the monster from the movie The Thing, that
Yeah.
is Cephalic Carnage. They are a mix of everything.
They're kind of all over the place, huh? But I think
Yeah.
successfully.
Yeah, they somehow have grind, tech death, uh just about there's some jazzy
Straight
parts.
death.
Yeah, straight up death metal. There's a jazz break in a part. It's just all over the place. But it's awesome. I love
Yeah,
it.
dude.
And
They're a good band, man.
it's been 15 years since their last album. Hopefully they'll come out with one soon, but in the meantime, we have this re-release of Explain Dysfunction show. So check it out.
I love their most recent albums. God, I forgot what it was called.
Xenosapien and Misled to Uncertainty.
Yeah, Misled by Certainty. That one was fucking awesome.
Yeah, hopefully they do something soon because I feel like their bassist Nick a lot of syllables. Uh,
Shalingos or something.
yeah, the guy since he I know he's in Job for a Cowboy, but since they don't tour that often, and his other side project, the Nuclear Power Trio or whatever, doesn't really do much. Hopefully that means he has
Oh,
enough
is that
time to
him?
do something with Cephalic Carnage. Yeah, he's the
Yeah, dude.
bassist with David Davidson,
Oh, okay. I didn't
where
know
they
that's who
were.
that was.
No, actually, it's Kim Jong Un, Putin, and Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
That's hilarious. So I didn't even know that was them. Yeah, dude, that song "Oh Worm," I had to go back to it on "Misled by Certainty." It's that jazzy bass one that God, I love that song.
I really like. I think it's from the Xenosapien album. Uh, Cycle of Violence.
Oh yeah, Endless Cycle of Violence.
Yeah.
Badass band.
But yeah, that's it for the new albums. We have a couple new singles. Not much I want to talk about them. Better Lovers released a new song because I guess they released a deluxe version of their album from last year. Highly Irresponsible. This new song is called The Impossible End. It's not too bad. I thought it ended a little weird. I don't know why you end on a softer note. I felt like the song was building up to like a 30 under 30 style breakdown at the end, but it didn't get that. So, but not too bad. Did you listen to that? And if so, what'd you think?
I did not. I did not make
Yeah,
it down that far.
I gotcha. But did you check out this new Megadeth song called I Don't Care?
I don't care. I don't
This
care.
this
You
dude,
gotta know, gotta know, gotta know. You gotta know, gotta know, gotta know. I was like,
this
what
dude,
the fuck is this? The Ramones, dude? Like, who are you?
this dude is, I think, 60 something and is coming out with a pretty much a song that is pretty much just I don't give a fuck style of vibes with it. Even the
It's very
cover
weird.
art is Rattlehead just giving his middle finger because he doesn't care.
Fuck you, I'm tough. You gotta
Uh,
know, gotta know, gotta know. I thought it was an interesting style for Dave Mustaine. It's like it's just very weird. I don't know. Oh, it was a left turn for me. It's like, whoa, okay.
yeah, it was out of nowhere. I feel like Simony and Lich even did something like memed it, and
Oh,
that's how I
really?
found out about it. Let's see if I can pull it up. Because I feel like Simony and Lich loves to like do memes of like cringy stuff. Oh, load, come on. I feel like this is it. Yeah, they just replaced the Megadeth logo with something Lich and just put the that Lich or the
Oh
wizard's
yeah,
head on it.
okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm reading the lyrics and it's just it's clearly very elementary, and it's just like I don't know, man. Doesn't seem like a lot of effort was put in. I don't care if I'm out of line. I don't care because this life is mine. Oh, I hate saying it. It's like, I don't care that you don't like what I say. I don't care and I won't obey. I don't
Watch
care if
him
you're,
become a gun.
yeah.
You have the nasal vocals on spot on too.
Yeah. I don't care because this life is mine.
Make him sound like Mandark.
Watch him become a god.
What do you mean
They,
I don't talk to God? Talk to him every day.
like who?
What do you mean I don't believe in God? I talk to him every day. That's one of the lyrics in what song is that? What do you mean I don't pay my
Oh,
bills?
yeah,
Is
it's
that Peace Sells?
yeah, it is. Hey me, meet the real me. Hell, even that song's kind of cringy too, I guess, now that I think about it.
I saw Lane Staley made fun of his voice, and he does the "Watch him become a god" lyric from is it Symphony of Destruction, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Which is
Dave
a
Mustaine.
which is a badass song. I love that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, few and far between, I guess, for me.
Did you check out Oath by Feral Nature?
Uh, yes, but I don't remember it. Playing it now.
So am I, because I'm trying. I remember liking it, but I can't say anything about it. Just to be like, oh yeah, I remember I liked it.
It was very low volume when it was playing. I want to say I was like driving my car with the window down or something. It's kind of the playlist going. Listening now, it sounds yeah, sounds like Feral Nature. Actually a very fitting title.
Yeah, and I kind of like the vocalist. I know you said
It's a
something about
haunting
female
mix.
vocalists later earlier,
Yeah.
but I think she does a great job on this one.
Yeah.
But no, Yeah, I think this female vocalist is doing a great job. I think she's fitting the vibe.
I
Very like
like,
a feral.
yeah, I like the blend of the low and her uh, with the highs. It's like a nice feral blend. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it gives me a little bit of a pupil slicer vibe when it comes to the vocals.
Yeah,
But this sounds more chaotic as opposed to pupil slicer sounding more calculated. Yeah, not too bad.
pretty
I don't mind
cool.
it. Yeah.
Worth a gander.
Yeah, check out uh Feral Nature's new song, Oath.
I like their logo. If that's their, oh yeah, that's their logo on the like little Spotify play thing. It looks like the Nosferatu lettering. They kind of like
Ooh,
extended it. That's pretty badass.
hell yeah.
And it's like a mind teaser reading it because I want to go left to right, but you have to go like top to bottom. Pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Um, that's it for our weekly playlist, but there has been some other new releases. I only listened to an album came out today, but I don't know if you checked it out, and I only checked out a little bit. I was liking what I was listening to so far, but we can talk about more next week. But Angel Maker dropped their new
Ooh,
album today.
oh
Surprisingly, I
shit.
thought
I haven't
I
listened
liked
to
it.
it.
I liked it so far, but I only listened to like three tracks so far. I'm on board now with the Angel Maker. I've been against it for a while. I felt like it's been too chaotic. I feel like the dual vocalists kind of got to an annoying level. But I think
Too
now
nuts.
with Ian Bearer, I think it is fitting right, and I do love the it's what I want from deathcore. It's the spookiness, the but also monstrous feeling of dread a little bit. Um,
That's cool.
I don't know. I kind of
Oh
enjoy
yeah.
it so far, but we can go over it more next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, but there's also some other new stuff, but I will save that for the metal news because it's tied to metal news.
Okie dokie.
Any other new stuff you want to talk about?
I don't think so, man.
All right. So Uh, we will guys see you guys next time where we're going to talk about metal news that we kind of dropped a teaser for. Um, but yeah, until then, Death Metal Dies out.
Bye.